evening. So the song today is Dancing in the City. I don't know what it's by. 11th of July 2026. We've got Aries, Saturn, and the second house of values, ethics, worth, truth. So let's see. Today's card is the Justice card, which is Libra. But unless it comes out again, it's neutral. We're just using that as a significator. So let's see then. What do we need to know today? Dancing in the city. So perhaps you're going to a nightclub. If you like dancing. Most of our nightclubs have been closed, unfortunately. It's like going dancing. But doesn't seem to fit with our multicultural country now, which is a sad shame. Dancing changes your energy, and it should be done often, even if it's just a little bit of a sway. The water needs filling up. I think it's drying up because it's still so hot. It's a bit grayer today, but it's still hot. So we're looking for that Libra energy. Justice. There it is. Not in the sweet spot, but not far off. So let's see. I don't know if I can stand that. I might have to pause you and put some more water in my little waterfall because it's becoming annoying. So let me pause you 1 second before we start. That's better. So 7 months. We have a dream, some of us. Or you may have been dreaming about something or someone, maybe in spirit. It's about options. It's about you having many options, more than you know. And justice will be served. But you must learn to let go. Let go of the outcome. You cannot control everything. Your destiny is the consequences of your choices. Let go and let spirit deal with it. Otherwise, you may set yourself on fire. So stubbornness, greed, control, it doesn't belong here. We must be open to going with the flow. Someone will try to bring you to your knees. This is violent arguments. This is terrorism, knife crime, whatever you want to put on this. This is vicious, violent attacks. 5 weeks. But they won't succeed. And no one wins this. Everyone regrets it. So they want to win at all costs. They will cut their own nose off to spite their face. There's impatience here. And you may miss your ships coming in if you are impatient. You must be patient. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So Jack there. And again the 24. I'm a bit worried now, Kristen. David, Kristen, Susan, Aidan, Emily, Catherine, Adam, Eve and Lily. It's a separation or a choice or a bad choice or a choice you don't want to make. And narcissists. So it could be a problem water child or immature water person, but it could also be a narcissist of any type. Someone who loves themselves more than they love anything or anyone else. So you may have made some wrong choices. Let's see what this is about. We've got 8 years mentioned and 4 years mentioned. 5 weeks, 3 days, and 7 months. No major arcanas except the Lovers, the choice. It was always called the choice before it was the Lovers. So there is a choice in this somewhere, and it's a negative one. It's Gemini energy, so hands, arms, shoulders. Number 10 is positive energy, a run of good luck, a change for the better. Fate is taking a hand and giving you options. But there is heartache, sorrow, loss and separation. A confused mind, mental illness perhaps. Somebody damaged who's seeking revenge. A third party, which when it's like this in reverse, the choice card can be Adam, Eve and Lilith. Lilith was the first wife. She left because she didn't want to submit, and she sold the proverbial wild oats in the red zone and mated with demons. Again, we have the Five of Swords. This will not end how they expect. This terrorism, this violence, the backlash. Yeah, someone is impotent, either medically or emotionally or spiritually or mentally or physically. They don't want to take action or are unable to take action. There is a bond that cannot be broken here. And an apology is required. Chiron, the wounded healer. Those with the scar on the leg, the limp, the amputation. Somebody of a dark complexion, perhaps of uniform and agriculture. Somebody's been wearing a false mask. Again, the Gemini energy. Both cards represent Gemini. Negative energy. Criminals, siblings, children. Someone wearing a false mask. They will smile and lie. They will look you in the eye and lie. They are deceitful, play mind games, possible mental illness. There is no positivity with this. 1 and 28. So we've got Jacqueline there. So Jack and Jacqueline. We've got Oscar, Richard, Doris and Martin. It's a nightmare situation, but that cage door has always been open. You could leave at any time. Sleepless nights. So dreams and sleepless nights. And feeling lonely in a room full of people, half erased. There's nobody there when you need them, especially when you're ill. An empty hole in the pit of your stomach. 5 years. So 1 and 28, 6 and 24, negative. Very small amount of Virgo, but mostly Gemini. And there's Virgo in the big amount. So somebody here is all about the material world. They are not following the true path. They are not listening to the gut instinct. They are not listening to their ancestors. This is grandparents. This is Walter. This is Millie. This is Mike, Darren, Susan, Julie, Reese and Chantel. 9 or 27. The Buddha card. We need to release this heavy burden. It was never ours to carry in the first place. Hospital doors, health issues, and there it is again. 1 and 28. Somebody is a criminal or is wearing a false mask, pretending to be something they're not or someone they're not. Mind games. And victims and martyrs. Somebody possibly going to prison. Number 12, Paul. Prometheus. Sacrificing your happiness for others that don't deserve it. Yeah, extreme depression, alcohol abuse, self-medicating, an empty cup, and the dark night of the soul, the moon. So it could be the full moon. With this, we've got the 18. I don't know when the full moon is. I'll have a look. But you are spreading yourself too thin. You don't know which way to turn. You may be ping-ponging between two people, two homes, two situations. Whatever it is, the number 10 is our saving grace. It is a change for the better. So that's Frank and Patrick. And again, Jacqueline, Oscar and Richard. And happiness will return, but something has to end emotionally. This is someone that has to be in a situation, not because they want to be. Could be work, could be relationship, whatever it is. There's no independence. There's a self-imposed reliance on others by someone. So let's have a look then. The number 10. So, Gemini moon, well done, Spirit. Venus in Virgo, Mars in Gemini, Uranus in Gemini. Ceres in Gemini. Sixth house Gemini, which is usually Virgo. Ninth house Virgo, which is usually Sagittarius. So knowledge of health issues. And I'm going to have a look at the 10th house, which is Libra. Well done, today's card. So, Saturn, we have Aries. So well done, Spirit, because Aries in Saturn, that's what it is. And the second house is Aquarius. So your true North node. So your second house is your values, your ethics, your worth. And it's very important that you get it right. It's also banks, the neck and the throat, so speaking your truth. The material world, wealth, worldly goods, personal resources, possessions, scrutiny, values, self-worth and material worth. And how greedy you are, how much you hold on to it. Where's he gone? You're setting yourself on fire, won't he? There he is. How greedy you are, how controlling you are, how giving you are. Saturn, reserve strength of wisdom. It depends where you get your security from. If you need worldly goods to make you secure, security should be an inner quality so that you can live anywhere with very little and yet feel safe and secure. So, but the most important thing, because it's mentioned in both, is Saturn in Aries. This placement holds natural impulsiveness in check. So it's natural for you to be impulsive, but somebody's trying to keep it in check. Frequently resulted in frustration. There's your frustration. And it's because you're not being your true self. But it also does provide discipline to move forward once motivated. And you need some motivation. So let's see. There we are again, the Morgan. So we are being haunted. So let's have a look when the next, I think it's full moon. The full moon is the 29th. The new moon is on the 14th. So, the Morrigan, the goddess of phantoms. We are being haunted by something or someone. Let's have a look. Open the page for me, look. The Celtic goddess, the Morrigan, rules psychological warfare, and that's what they're doing. Mind games. Mind games there. Mind games there. Criminals. Fears, patterns of thought, self-defeating attitude, ghosts, hauntings. Tricks and deceptions, a lack of clarity, confused mind. At war with oneself. You may see how a fighter can successfully psych out his opponent. When going into battle, correct mental attitude is all important. If you are at war with yourself, you will leave a gap in your defences, which your enemy will spot and exploit. If you're fighting for something, you must commit yourself completely to the cause. If you have any doubts, perhaps you need to redefine your goals. Sometimes the only way to rid yourself of fear is to face your opponent with courage, which is the Aquarius energy. It's face the fear with courage head on. Do not lose hope. Face the chaos, and then there'll be hope, healing, and freedom. Absolutely beautiful. So the lesson then, let's have a look. So 18 is negative, 9 and 27 is negative, 12 is negative, 1 and 28 is negative. We have no positives except the number 10. Yeah, because of the inhibitions. Inhibitions, fears. Your gut instinct is the orange chakra. So, our inhibitions can be negative or positive. Either way, fear ensures that we remain hidden from everyone else. Inhibitions can sometimes take on a destructive role, which causes us to withdraw parts of ourselves because we feel isolated and alone from the world in an attempt to keep our secrets. So somebody's trying very hard to keep a secret. Some secrets are meant to be shared, and often the energy that we put into keeping them hidden, the control, greatly outweighs the impact of the inhibitions. Don't allow the situation to take over your life. You have the intelligence to solve this issue and move on, and yet you are still being stubborn. There you go. And refusing to do so. If you continue with this destructive behaviour, you will create exactly what you are most fearing. You have already lost this battle. You must lick your wounds, dry your tears, and rejoin life. People are watching from the sidelines, and they are cheering you on, especially those in spirit. There is a real sense of love and caring coming from those spectators. a bond that cannot be broken. Make them proud. Pull yourself back up and at least complete the race. Spectators will have more respect for you and will remember your courage for competing rather than the fact that you didn't win. Because someone here wants to win at all costs, and that's not the point. The point is to have the moral high ground and to walk away if possible. The best revenge is to not let them affect your life. Okay, let's have a look then. We will have these, which I took with me on my travels. Number 2, the High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Somebody's being ungrateful here, and that's never good. Spirit don't like it. Number 2, when the High Lord of Gratitude and Service comes to challenge you, this signals a time for deep self-inventory. You have to go within, deep dive. Ask yourself if your desires are driving you to become more self-serving. Have you forgotten to help others? Are you so focused on arriving at your goal or destination, being too stubborn, that you've become isolated from the ones who care for you? Only in a room full of people. Do your ambitions relate to making yourself special, narcissistic, or apart from others, or better than they are? Have you become competitive, envious, or driven? Someone has. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service challenges you to accept a gentle gift in the form of your new perception of wealth and ambition, your values, your ethics. There is an ancient saying scrawled on old stone walls. True success is not what you believe it to be. No focus on winning a jeweled prize, no amount of pomp and circumstance will achieve true prosperity. True success is the deep desire to live a useful life and walk humbly under the grace of the divine in service to all. You can also apply this to relationships. The impulse to have your own way or control, like I said, where we started from, how things will be, serves only to push away those you love. It creates a great block, so there's no point in having a tantrum, that repels your desired outcome so that it's far out of reach. Let go and let the divine lead you to your highest outcome. Because in a tiny, still moment of surrender, that's when the miracles are born. When you shift your perception in alignment with the High Lord, success will indeed be yours. So you have to let go to succeed. It's as simple as that. And you've been battling to hold on, which is a shame. Pick it up. And number 2. This is a portal to your future. A gift from Spirit, an opportunity, Once you step through it, there's no going back. You are protected. Number 2 again. So the equivalent to the High Priestess, if you're born on the 2nd, this is your card. The Pentacle. A 5-pointed star surrounded by a circle represents the unity of all 4 elements with spirit. Because of its holistic quality, it is grounding and centering, bringing wholeness and protection. The pentacle symbolizes bringing something into manifestation from the realms of your imagination. From your dreams becomes reality. So what you believe is what you conceive. The pentacle symbolizes bringing something to manifestation from the realms of imagination in ritual and magic. Its primary element energy is earth, and its direction is the sacred circle is north. Your true north node, Aquarius. You have the opportunity now to manifest something you desire. You can bring it forth into reality. Empower your intentions with work on the physical plane to create genuine magic in your life. Manifestation. Everything starts as a thought. This table, this solid table, started as a thought in someone's head, and then it was made reality. Protection. Prosperity. I will manifest what I need. What gift is the universe trying to give you? Because they are, and they have been for a very long time, but you refuse to let go of something to make space for the new. Could also be a proposal, a new home, a new business. So the number 2 and the number 10, massively important. I was born on the 2nd, and thankfully I live at number 10 now. So 2 and 10. Thank you, Spirit, for that. I feel blessed. For you, it may mean something else. Number 9. We already know that it's negative because it's reversed. And it is so reversed here. So something's going on. That number 9 reversed. So if you reverse the number 9, you will find the number 6, which is also the negative. 6 and 24 is the choice card, the lover's card. Where it's gone. There it is. Also in reverse. So whatever it is, 6 or 9, is negative. So, where's that book gone? There it is. Number 9. Introspection. So we must go within. We're not going within, and we should. Weasels. So I would say he is a weasel. Or spies. Moving quickly and often alone. They make observations from afar and adjust their plans accordingly. Remember that solitary creatures are nothing to fear, and an introverted nature is nothing to feel ashamed of. Knowing yourself and being comfortable alone is a desirable skill. Like the weasel, the pine tree works to be self-sufficient, which you're not being at the moment. You need to stand on your own 2 feet. One of the fastest growing evergreens, its prickly needles have a way of coating that helps them retain water. So you may be retaining water, that may be a health issue. You may be overcome by loneliness. Someone is very depressed, very alone. Think of the weasel's joy in solitude. Practice caring for yourself when alone. Meditate on the waxen needles of the pine. Ask yourself what protection you're already protected you may need to remain green and healthy all year round. When do you like to be alone, and how can you better understand and respect yourself? So find things to do when you're alone that you couldn't do when others are around. It's very important. That looks like a dancer to me. She's got the gear on. She's ready. So dancing in the city. Dance to change your energy. Your life is actually rich in every way. So don't start thinking negatively. You have to be authentic and courageous to get what you want. There's no point in lying to yourself or others. It won't get you anywhere. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye-bye.